Welcome to the We Win Injury Law Podcast. I'm Tyler Todd, your host, and I'm here with my co-host, Jaron, the Snow Canyon Man Sandberg. Good morning.
Good morning.
I like your jacket.
Thank you.
It's
You
a
were,
very nice
you
color.
were there when it was selected.
Yeah, it was a nice jacket. That was that was fortuitous. It's like you come across like a jacket or like a piece of clothing or a purse or whatever it is, and you're like, it just fits.
Yeah.
And it just like, that one just fit. And that was like destiny. It was just destiny.
It was. Ooh, destiny on a clothing choice. I love it.
Well, we've got some interesting things to talk about today because, when I read the script for today, it was interesting because I'm like, I guess we always think about it. I don't think we've ever talked about it, but it makes sense. Jurassic Park and the liability of all the victims being eaten by dinosaurs.
Well, and don't you feel like we talk about insurance companies being terrible all the time? The very first movie, they make the insurance guy seem like such a dweeb dork. He is.
Oh yeah.
Like he's wearing a suit in the jungle in a mine. He's just terrible looking.
Well, how many are obviously Jurassic Park is fictional, but it does deal with very, very real legal issues. But how many Jurassic Parks are we on now?
I think we're on 7. So they had the 3 original.
Wait, 7?
So the 3 original, the OGs.
Oh my gosh.
And then they did the Jurassic World 3. And then they just did another one. I haven't seen the newest one.
I haven't seen the newest one either.
With
Scarlett Johansson. But
maybe that's a good Christmas one to watch.
Oh, that could be a fun one. Yeah,
good Christmas.
But honestly, I've been shocked. Was it the last one? Not the one obviously one I haven't seen. Where it was like a theme park. It was actually at it looked like SeaWorld.
The one with Chris Pratt, right? That one.
It's either that one and the one right after.
So
I'm just shocked at like how gruesome it's gotten.
Yeah, definitely more. Well, I don't know, dude. The first one, even though it was like an animatronic looking T-Rex, remember it crushes the dude, and you
see you're right.
The blood coming down the teeth.
You're right. You're right. That was pretty gnarly. No, but like the one that I'm thinking about is where the woman's in the water.
Yeah,
the Jaws scene
rips her in half.
Yes. That's pretty gnarly.
If I recall the scene, like a pterodactyl, they're like fighting over her, and then this thing comes out that is like an alligator dinosaur,
something like that. Yeah,
massive jaws rips her in half, and
so there's like few movie scenes over the years where I'm like, kind of like it's impactful in the sense of whoa,
that was shocking.
That was
PG-13, especially for a PG-13 movie.
Yes.
This
totally.
isn't like John Wick where
so if
there's 70 shots to the face.
Watching that with your children, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, like young children, it's pretty. Yeah. Like I remember. So this is what I'm talking about. To this day, did you ever see the movie Cliffhanger?
I've seen it like on on the TV where you had to watch commercials and.
Gotcha.
I remember the old Cliffhanger.
Sylvester Stallone
in like the Alps or something, right?
Yeah. I'll never forget like that first scene when they're going across a ravine, like they're like a big canyon, right?
Yeah.
And I don't remember if they're like ziplining, not ziplining, but they're going because they're fighting fires.
Yeah.
And so they're going they had to go from one side to another, like of this giant ravine, right?
Yeah.
This, like picture like Angel's Landing, like a big 1,000-foot drop. And I just remember the scene like where it starts to go and it's like his girlfriend, maybe? Sylvester Stallone's girlfriend. Was someone he works with or coworker?
Yeah.
Anyways, the ropes start to break. So he gets out there, like he gets out there as soon as, and he's got her by the arm or the hand, and she's slipping, and then she slips through his hand, and that's how the movie starts, and she falls to her death, and that scene was like, holy, it was like
that got you,
got me.
Well, that's the only reason I is Ace Ventura makes fun of that scene, and like he loses like a squirrel, and they like did it the exact same.
For real?
Yeah. So in Ace
that.
Ventura 1 or 2, that's like the opening of the scene. Is he's out on a rope across a ravine.
It was impactful to Jim Carrey
so
too.
Jim Carrey even had to redo it because it was gruesome scene.
It was a scene.
So Jurassic Park.
Yeah, so that's why it's that Jurassic Park scene with the pterodactyls or whatever, and the alligator dinosaur ripping her apart was pretty impactful.
So a couple of things here that I think are interesting. One is they hire the professor, right?
Yep.
Hire the professor to come out and inspect the park. So we could talk about so many different legal issues that come up with, was he on the job? Is he limited to work comp damages?
Yeah, first question I think before we get there is, this is an old movie. Obviously we have 7. So the first one was what, 1993?
Yeah, 93 or 94, right in there.
So the first question before we even get, and that's, I like where you're headed. I like where your head's at. Who's getting sued? There are so many. I didn't even remember the guy getting shot by the T-Rex, but yeah, now that you said that, who is liable for all the just chaos and death that follows? So I guess start from there.
Yeah.
First of all,
what's it called? Encore, or the name of the company? I know we had some notes on this. I'm trying to remember the name of the company, but they're the bad guy throughout. InGen. And they take over. Originally, it's, what is it? John Hammond is the character's name. John Hammond,
that's right. The old guy, yeah.
So he's getting sued.
He's getting sued for sure.
And probably knowing the expense of the park, he's personally liable because he's personally guaranteed everything beyond the InGen company and all of the insurance. But if I recall, this is where it gets interesting. They hadn't insured the park yet. That was why they were getting the professor.
Oh, that's right.
There might not be insurance yet. It's all going to be whatever assets this InGen and the John Hammond character, whatever they have. Now, again, the opening scene of that movie is he looks pretty wealthy. He's got quite the house.
Yeah,
he's got a nice
theoretically,
spread.
he's got a lot of assets. Yeah.
And the first question, we do this on cases, right? We've had some catastrophic cases come in, even in the last couple of weeks, where the very first question we're looking at is
what's the coverage?
What's the coverage, and who's liable, and what's that coverage?
Yeah.
And so in this one, theoretically, there's assets. They hadn't got insured yet by the time this all goes south. But you have the professors who clearly have a claim for everything they went through. Now, John Hammond's kids, this would be interesting because sometimes we run into or the grandchildren. Can you sue your grandparents or your grandpa? And so there might be some issues there. You have the Newman character. I can't remember what his name is in the movie, but he's Newman from Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah, Newman, what is he? I don't remember.
He's the IT guy that then causes the whole thing to go haywire. So he sabotages the park trying to get the. Remember, he has the cool shaving cream.
Oh, he's got the egg or something. He
gets the DNA samples or whatever it is to. He's hidden in the bottom of a Barbasol can, and then he meets his end, and it's perfect because he's so good on Seinfeld that you knew him, and he's almost that same character. Just instead of being a postal worker, he's a IT guy. So does his family have a wrongful death claim for being killed by the dinosaur? This kind of goes back to our previous podcast. Do Harry and Marv have a claim?
Even though
he's responsible almost for his own death because he releases all the security pens and dinosaurs get out. And he crashes that Jeep. Do you feel like Jeep sales went up because of the cool Jeeps in Jurassic Park?
I would have to imagine they did. Even now today, you still occasionally see like a Jurassic Park Jeep.
Yeah, you see
And when
someone
you see
wrap
it, you're like, oh, that's rad.
yeah.
That's cool.
Or the ride at Universal Studios, you see the
Yeah,
Jeeps.
yeah.
And the
I haven't been to Universal Studios in a long time, so I don't.
It used to, at least. It used to, you could see the Jeeps. And
maybe, yeah. I just wonder, do they still have the Jurassic Park rides?
gosh, it's been almost probably the same. It's been 20 years
Yeah,
since I've been there.
I honestly don't know. But it's really cool to think about the legal issues that stem from these types of things, because obviously theme parks are real. This is obviously fictional, but theme park injuries do happen.
Yep.
And then you see the different things where people are falling off rides or whatnot due to obviously safety standards not being up to par, understaffing, like in Jurassic Park.
Technical issues, too.
Technical
the
issues
malfunctioning of the rides.
Codes not being met, maintenance not being done properly, and then not having adequate records of the maintenance records to show that it was actually done.
Yeah.
So there's a number of like real life scenarios that we can actually take from the Jurassic Park. Can we sue Jurassic Park or John Hammonds or InGen or whoever? But it's actually a real thing, and people do have legitimate cases when those types of things do happen.
Well, and one thing, this comes up, right? So let's jump to the newer Jurassic World movies, right, where the park is open, presumably insured. Oh, when they buy that ticket, there's massive waivers that they're waiving some level of negligence. We deal with this in Utah. We have Lagoon and a couple of city water parks that we deal with governmental immunity, but most of the stuff we deal with in Utah, ski resorts. Yeah. We get a lot of ski resort waiver cases where you sign a waiver. We deal with parkour gyms that deal with this. You go into some of them they call them like the ninja warrior parks where they're your
bounce houses and stuff, trampoline houses. Yeah.
So in that context with Jurassic Park, they would have presumably signed a waiver before they ever go to the park. And so that's where, and in Jurassic World at least, I guess you could assume some risk, but
I don't know. Like, I don't think, and back to this, it's impactful. I'm telling you. I don't think that woman signed a waiver acknowledging a known risk that she was going to be ripped apart by pterodactyls
and eaten
by the alligator dinosaur.
Yeah.
So I think there is a component of, wait, I'm not waiving that. And there are and that's what people need to understand when and you mentioned a lot of trampoline parks, Lagoon, gyms even.
Yeah.
We sign waivers in certain things to access parks, gyms, or whatever it might be. But you're not just because a gym owner or Lagoon ownership or trampoline park ownership says we're going to have everybody sign waivers, that doesn't give the right of the landowner, the property owner, the business owner to be negligent and cause injury or harm to someone and be exonerated from liability.
Yeah. And this kind of comes up with, you can think of a pretty easy scenario where, you want to go skydiving and there's some risk in skydiving.
Sure.
But you don't assume the risk that like they're going to give you a faulty parachute or that someone didn't pack it correctly.
Correct.
Or that the plane is going to crash.
Did you see that video recently of the skydiver?
That's stuck out on the now I didn't know what was the result. Did he finally get off? What was?
Yeah, so
I didn't see the ending of it. I've just seen the clip where he's stuck out on the.
Yeah, I think the emergency chute deployed somehow,
or he deployed it and that pulled him off.
Yeah, so then I think he had to cut it,
release the main chute,
and then he was able to. So I think he survived, but it was pretty gnarly video.
Yeah. The hard part I have right now is when I see those clips. I have a hard time on some of these. Is this AI?
Yeah, that's true.
So sometimes if I don't see like it's a long enough clip, like it's not like a 2-minute clip, I automatically my brain goes, oh, it must be AI. Or else you'd see the ending of this, or we'd see what would happen. But it sounds like you did see the.
Well, I don't know, to be honest.
Okay. I don't know. No, but I saw the same video, and
I thought I read in the comments that that's what had happened.
No, it looked real.
Crisis averted.
Because there's some of them that are. Some of these AI videos are clearly fake. A tidal wave comes over a building. I know that it's AI, but
to be clear to everybody listening and watching, when you go into a park like that, you are like an invitee. And so you're owed the highest duty of care from the landowner, the business owner, park owner, whatever, to make sure that you aren't injured from certain things that you're not expecting to be injured from.
Yeah. So this comes up if a ride malfunctions, right? That's an easy scenario for people to think about. We've all seen videos of someone stuck upside down on a roller coaster, right?
Right.
And then they have to rappel them down. Those are not things that you assumed on your assumption of the risk. Versus if you're out in a paddle boat and you jump off the boat and drowned, now you have a lot harder case for you assumed the risk because that was something you did, not that the park did.
Exactly.
Now, if they knew it was a big risk for people to jump off the boats, and a lot of people have been doing it, maybe that changes the equation.
And they weren't taking certain precautions to avoid that.
It changed the situation.
Or skydiving. You skydive, you jump off, your instructor is like, this is amazing, and all of a sudden you have a heart attack because you're freaking out.
Yeah. That's on you.
That's on you. But yeah.
Well, or we can blame the fast food industry. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that.
I'm just kidding.
Blame McDonald's.
Blame McDonald's. They're an easy target. Sorry, McDonald's.
But yeah, no. So you have just because you sign a waiver doesn't mean you're waiving your rights to be protected and be in a safe environment.
Yeah.
And back to the full circle of this Jurassic Park, this interesting, I guess, thought, because I guess it's a really good scenario to explore. You're not waiving your right to pursue a cause of action for damages in the event you get eaten by a dinosaur that escapes.
Now, this brings up another interesting. So in Utah, we have strict liability for animals, and especially like exotic animals, right? It's one thing when it's a cow wanders onto the road. There's specific rules for like livestock, like a dog, or you have a cat that bites someone. Animal attacks are interesting. In this situation, they manufactured these velociraptors and dinosaurs.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
You might have a product liability case as well, or the product. But then again, did the product do as it was supposed to do? And I think those dinosaurs acted exactly like the dinosaurs were supposed
That's
to
exactly
act.
what they
So you
wanted.
don't have a products liability case.
That's exactly what they wanted. They exactly wanted to do. They wanted the T-Rex to eat anything and everything.
Yeah. In fact, they were disappointed when the goat was put out there and it didn't immediately attack it or whatever it was. It's like, oh, you designed this thing that was supposed to be a vicious killer, and then it did exactly as it designed.
So that's the one thing that's really important when you have products liability cases. There's two scenarios because oftentimes the manufacturer is going to say, well, did the product perform the way that it was designed?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, well, you don't have a product defect case. Now you have a manufacturing design, right? Hey, that's just the way you designed it worked. It's just unsafe.
Yeah.
And that's probably the argument that you would have against the dinosaurs. Yeah, you designed it in a way that and it functioned properly. It's just super unsafe to put that in a park and then have patrons come and try to watch a dinosaur show.
And this happens in zoos. You think of zoos, but I'm sorry, but if the tiger gets out of the zoo enclosure,
there's going to be some liability.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we've been seeing that. Did you see the bear that attacked the trainer somewhere in like China or something? And then there's like another, I think a lion that ate a zoo keeper recently somewhere.
But those, again, the part of me that always cringes.
And again, I don't know if it's AI, but
when it's an employee though, when the employees get hurt, me and you both know it's work comp.
Yeah.
It pays out way less.
Yeah. Well, because in work comp cases, just so everybody knows, work comp doesn't pay for pain and suffering. Yeah. Work comp, when you file a work comp claim, they're only going to be liable or responsible for your lost wages and any sort of medical bills that are causally related to your work-related injury. Yeah. Causally related.
Now, the good thing is it covers a broad range. So if me and Tyler are at the office and we decide it'd be really fun to hop one of us in a chair with wheels and slam it against a wall and be funny, and one of us gets injured, work comp covers dumb things. I like the movie Office Christmas Party,
all the
right?
time.
Yeah, we do. We've done it for some social media videos, so it has happened.
Yeah, Office Christmas Party is the best.
So with the work comp angle, though, at least most of the time, because they don't pay out those things. It's good that there's a lot of coverage because it covers a broad area of dumb work injuries. Even if you do something stupid at work, you're least gonna have some coverage. It's just really low.
It's just it's just different, and unfortunately, you don't get compensated for the pain and suffering that comes with injuries.
So Newman's claim here against Jurassic Park, and I know his name's not Newman in the movie. Dennis. Oh, go to Dennis. Dennis, the IT guy who's really just Newman.
Work comp claim, and that's about it.
Yeah, his family's going to get the little rider on.
Unfortunately,
pretty low recovery for Dennis.
But then the families will have wrongful death claims. They have obviously, and then one thing that's really interesting too is you have proximate cause for like emotional trauma. Seeing some of that stuff, I think it's a lot of those people that visit the park and seeing this,
even the ones that survive,
would have probably survival actions just for the trauma for witnessing that. I feel like I've been traumatized just watching it on.
Do you have dreams that like you're being attacked by a velociraptor?
No,
just it's the big swimming one.
It's the swimming one. But no, there's a park called Gatorland Zoo in Orlando, and then they have similar type of stuff where they put the chickens out. And the gators will like come out of the water, probably 4, 5, 6 feet, and will grab the chicken just like
that scene.
That scene.
Don't they? This is what they do in the first move. They lower like a shark.
Yeah,
they lower like a great white shark,
yes.
And this thing eats it.
Yes.
And then later, it likes that taste.
So in real
human.
life, it like happens with the gators at Gatorland Zoo. I don't know if they still do that, but years ago when I went, that's what they were doing. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like there are some real life scenarios, and there was a time down in that park where we were cruising along, and there's a snake on the path, and we were like, oh, there's a snake, and we were like teenage boys, oh, let's pick it up, and we're like, oh, we better not, and it was just sitting there watching us, and we were just like, do we pick it up? Do we not pick it up? And then someone from the park came over, do not, everybody away from that. Apparently, it was like a super, super poisonous snake. And I guess we got out. It wasn't like some like snake that was just cruising through the park.
Yeah.
So had we attempted to pick it up and it had bitten us, one of us would have been either severely injured or dead.
Or had some type of reaction,
Totally.
medical bills, hospitalization.
And that would have been on the park.
Yep.
Things like that in real life do happen, and this is so the parallels with the Jurassic Park is pretty wild. But just remember, you guys, if you sign a waiver, if you go into a theme park or a gym or something and you've been injured, and due to the negligence of that park for understaffing, something that shouldn't have been there, or a hazard or a dangerous condition was created,
they release a bunch of dinosaurs on you,
and you get eaten.
All of those.
You more than likely have a claim.
Yep.
So it's important to then talk to an injury lawyer, find out, present obviously the facts, and even if you signed a waiver, that should not deter you in at least finding out whether you potentially have a claim or not.
Yeah.
Hopefully no one gets eaten by dinosaurs now or in the future.
And knock on wood.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any wood in here, but if we don't have any wood, you're all cooked.
That's totally metal.
Everyone's
sorry, guys. You're definitely getting eaten by the dinosaur.
Yeah, good luck with that. But you have a claim. So you can find us online, wewinninjulaw.com. You can find us on social, and we're happy to help. And we've had a lot of cases that have involved waivers, and we've successfully argued out of those numerous times. We have existing cases right now going on with waiver cases and landowners, business owners trying to get out from underneath them. So it'll be interesting to see how those cases fall and come down. So anyways, always we love this stuff. We're passionate about what we do, and everything we try to do is to win for you. So if you think you might have a case, reach out to us. We're happy to talk to you, and you don't pay us until we win. That's the beauty. So until next time, everybody, stay classy.